Hello FlutterFlow developers and welcome to API Flow YouTube channel. My name is Andrei and today we will learn how to upload files to FlutterFlow app in AWS S3, store this file, share a link to it and preview in our application using PDF viewer. I will use PDF for this sample, but you also can use and upload different files. We will use API Flow as our connector and we will create a new project here. Next, you select AWS S3 as a service we want to connect, and we need to create AWS S3 connection. So to do so, we need to go into AWS and create a new access token in security credentials. Click create access key, confirm that you want to create a new one, and you will receive access key here. So now you copy it into API Flow project. Next, what you need to do, you need to find a region where your AWS S3 is located. So go to your AWS S3 account and find what region your bucket use. If you don't have bucket, create a new one. It's better to create a new one before starting and do something with it. So we put all our access data here, and now we save our connection. Next, we can specify what operations will be allowed with our connected AWS account, but in this case, I will use default settings, and you can restrict access to specific buckets. I will leave also default settings. Next, what I need to do, I will publish my integration and will download open API definitions for my project. Next, I go to my FlutterFlow project, go to API call section, and will upload our API definitions. So now I have my open API definitions uploaded to my FlutterFlow project. And what I need to complete configuration, I need to go to API Flow and copy this authorization header. Next, click Add Header and save it here. So now we will go to upload file to bucket action. And what you need to do, you need to create a new parameter called file. It will be created from variable. We will create a new variable. And in variables file, we will specify that it will be specific type uploaded file. This specific type will allow us to send file data to API Flow and then store it to AWS S3. So let's return to our page, and we have here very simple structure. I put a few rows and I put a button, text, and PDF viewer to our page. So what I want to do when someone clicks button, taps button, I want to call what I want to call. I want to call a file selection dialog, and to do so, I need to use action upload save file. And you can choose different file types, PDF or audio by default, or any data type. Or any file type. So I will use PDF and I will use name uploaded file data. Next, what I will do, I will call our backend action to API call and to upload my file to bucket. And next, I will specify variables for it. So bucket name, in my case, it's API Flow demo. Next, If you want to specify a specific name, you can do this, but if you upload multiple different files or allow your users to upload files, it's better to allow API flow to produce unique name. It will be created automatically if not passed from your API flow application. So we will not send this, and we will send days. Days, this is variables that allow you to set for how long you will create sharing link for this file. In maximum, it can have 7 days or a week. So I will specify 1 day. I want to be allowed to receive a link for this file. You always can regenerate a new link to access a file. And we need to specify our file itself. So we use variable name file and map it to widget state uploaded local file. Let's confirm our settings. And we will call it API file. So next we want to use data that will be returned from our API call. And we want to show name of our file and preview it through PDF viewer. How to do this? We will create a data type here, but not like other API calls. When you upload a file, it's a very specific action, so we are almost unable to test it. So how to know what will be returned from API flow in response to this action? We will go in API flow in section called API actions, and we'll look for our action here. And API flow provides us this example of what data will be returned in response for this action call. So we will copy this JSON, go to our FlutterFlow data type section, and we'll create data type from JSON. We will name this data type file and just paste our JSON here. So next we create our data type for our file. And next what we will do, we will go to API calls, upload file to bucket, response and test, and we'll parse our response as file. It's single file, so we don't need to mark this list option. Let's return here to our action, and we'll now work with the result of our API call. So after our API call completed, we want to do a few things. We want to go to our page, and we want to create two variables. One will be file name, and it will be type string. By default, no file. And another one will be file link, and it will be type of string, and by default it will be, I will not have value for it, I suppose. Confirm. And we will bind our PDF viewer to our file link, and we will bind our text world to our page state file name. So now when we will upload a file, we want to set these two variables. We will update page state, set field file name, set value. It will be action output API file as data type, data structure field, its name, confirm, and we will set file link, set value, action output API file as data type, data structure field link, firm, close. So now we have our action output saved to these two page variables, and let's check how it works. And our app is loaded and we will try to test it. Let's upload PDF file. And as you can see, it shows name but don't show content. Why? Because by default, AWS S3 blocks WebSS. It will work normally to app that you host as mobile application, but in debug mode and in web version, it will not work as expected to allow your in-browser debug session access AWS bucket. You need to go to your bucket permissions, and here in cross-origin resource sharing, you need to put configuration like this. I will allow all headers and get method from all origins. So this will allow me to receive file data, preview it, and will allow me to do this from web interface. So I upload my file and we can see preview here. Sometimes it takes some time to refresh policy for AWS, so pay attention to this. As you can see, we connected AWS to our FlutterFlow application, saved PDF file into AWS, received back sharing URL for preview in our application, and displayed this PDF in our application. Quite easy, maybe not so easy as with other API endpoints, but still I think it can be very useful for your application. I hope this will be useful. I now working on more advanced demo about how to use data from AWS, how to process data, and etc. etc. So subscribe for our channel, like videos, provide your comments. I very much value your opinion about what topics need to be covered, what you are interested in. Thank you for your attention and have a nice day.